Look at this guy. He's so strong. He solves all of his problems with almost no effort. He can never lose. I hate it. What? Why? Hey everyone, this is the Holy Footwear Jesus Socks. Welcome to Why We Love and Why We Hate. This is part 2 of Overpowered characters. Last week we covered their reputation in competitive games. Check that out if you haven't, link down below. Today we're talking about their effect in the only other medium I know, anime. Cartoons for basement dwellers. Now from a storytelling perspective, a character's strength affects the whole plot, and making the character too strong can take the viewers on an enjoyable ride, or a boring slog through a foregone conclusion. And that difference falls upon the execution of the anime. First there are the fights, the meat and potatoes of action series, and the whole reason being too strong even matters. So, let me ask, how do you do a fight scene with a character who's the best at fighting? Some with amazing abilities can make a straight up fight absolutely boring, as we already know. Oh, he's gonna hit him a lot with his non-specific moves until he overpowers the guy with the better strength. You have to make each fight interesting, put the character at a disadvantage, or make the fight more complex than just throwing fists. Luckily, there's quite a few shows that do this really well. No game, no life. Relatable because I don't have either. This show has games decide everything in this world, from owing you a beer, to making you subscribe, to enslaving an entire race. You know, the usual. The games are always different, making each fight feel unique as you have to change your train of thought from chess to laser love tag. And fighting Dungeons and Dragons / Lord of the Rings mythical creatures that use their racial traits to help them cheat always puts our heroes at a major disadvantage every single encounter. But our heroes never lose. That's their whole bit, is that they've never lost. So we know they'll win, but the tension is still there, along with intrigue as you wonder, how are they gonna do it? This seems impossible. To which they usually clutch out a win in spectacular fashion. Now in terms of straight fighting anime, we got JoJo's Is This a JoJo's Reference Bizarre Adventure. Jotaro's a super badass Goliath man who punches the best, and you got a naked spirit man who punches even more the best. Not super interesting at base, but every fight he has implements more than his pure overwhelming punch strength. This man sucks up ghosts like a vacuum, holds the ultimate poker face, gambling without even looking at his cards. He even got the legendary All the enemies stand add variety to the situations, and as they get crazier and crazier in each part, so do the fights. I mean, what other show are you gonna see a kid punching a plate of spaghetti? That's what I thought. These shows are roller coasters. They got twists, turns, loops, high-speed action. They're basically El Diablo and Splash Mountain. While less exciting shows are like that kitty dragon roller coaster ride where you just go in a circle over and over, that god-awful thing. That ride is Sword Art Online, whose fights have next to no variety. Our boy Kirito uses 1 to 2 swords, and will face the enemy head-on, with non-specific sword swings, and making no use of the environment. Sometimes with backup, and always while screaming. Even in a game about guns, where he, and only he, uses a fucking lightsaber to slice bullets. He doesn't even try to employ any strategy besides that switch mechanic, and the only disadvantage he is ever put at is when the arc's main bad guy cheats by controlling the game itself, and his ingenious way of coming out on top is just cheating back at him by screaming. Wow, he really clutched his way out of that fight again, the same way that he's been doing every single time. I'm really impressed. But hey, creative, thought-provoking fight scenes aren't the only reason to latch onto your favorite murder senpai. If you enjoy them as characters and the journey they take, then you start to care less about them pulling wins right out of their asses. Saitama and Mob from One Slam Sally and Mob Psychopath 33. These two have the most straightforward and easy fights ever, Saitama especially, where the solution to his problems is literally in the title. And while it's played for laughs, backed up by an aesthetic wonderland, you become invested through the stellar supporting cast and the hero's internal struggles of living with depression, having a fulfilling childhood, or how to become a cool con artist. That message got lost in translation for me. Their message and goals don't even have to be overly complicated or engaging, we can just enjoy the ride. The big shonen action boys, Goku, Luffy, Deku, Boruto's dad, we watch them slowly become planet busters on their journey to become the harem king of the heroes from the Hidden Leaf. And those training seeds, man, Deku's beach training going from bap to bap, fuck yeah, it's amazing. Naruto's training with a million clones to learn the Rasen Shuriken, then just deleting Kakuzu in a second. Hell yeah. We love to see that struggle that got them there to their higher powers. Much better than time skipping around to the hero is the strongest in the world and just having their characters show no struggle to improve. It's fucking Kirito. Look, I'm sorry that I keep bringing this dude up, but I've been on a binge of the show so I can compare it to the spin-off in a video down the line, and now he's the only standoff shitty OP character. Honestly, a great example of what not to do with this type of character. When he was an elf man that just so happened to look like him because a random avatar generator sure loves our do no wrong good boy, he struggled for not even half an episode with flying in virtual reality, going from barely can fly to being the fastest flyer. Like, there's no struggle, he doesn't know what that is. They just give him all the skills and abilities he needs, way more than a 14-year-old child ever should have, and they just justify it all through shitty small talk and flashbacks. No struggle, no learning, just naturally being the best at everything. If he was a real person, you would hate this person. Guaranteed. Fuck you, Kirito. Fuck you. Alright, let's cool down and take a break from talking about main characters. Let's just wrap up with one of the best ways to incorporate an OP character. Make them the goal. Enter All Might, the #1 hero, the symbol of peace, power unmatched, and on a timer until he can no longer be a hero. That legacy and everything he stands for becomes what Deku can become, and more. The more All Might goes on the roulette wheel of states to smash people with, the more excited we get as Crybaby Boy cries his way to filling the mold. It's like Aaron Hansen's sequelitis.
The crazy super blue buster shot, the dash, the hair, I don't know. It's fucking Zero. I want to be him.
But you know, anime instead of games. But you still feel it, you experience it, and that feeling is satisfying. This works for the villains too. Yu Yu Hakusho's Toguro, the younger buff one, not the creepy Play-Doh man. He just shows up, thought to be dead, and just starts wrecking buildings. He's an unstoppable threat of pure ultimate muscle and badass sunglasses, making our hero just shit his pants in fear. In the entire tournament arc, Toguro flexes his busted ass strength and is always in the back of the heroes' and viewers' minds. We gotta do better. We gotta get stronger. We can't defeat him as we are now. This pushes Yusuke to new heights, even seeing himself in Toguro as he learns more about his past. It all helps build towards this badass confrontation of body and mind. But you know how you make this not work? You make Jiren. This motherfucker is one of those aliens who went on the boardwalk and all he does is stand around and wait, looking dumb and boring, no talking, some grunts, and one-shotting guys with the most underwhelming punches for the strongest guy in the universe. No flavor, no style, no punching holes in people, just bleh. And when we finally get to know him, he's just some edgy Sasuke, me family dead, me hate having feelings, me no like talk much. And basically Broly's his way to power, which is also a terrible character who was just born better and yells a lot. Great design, the millions love, guys, good job, A+, gold star. I mean, at least Broly's design is kinda cool, and that may be what your opinion of a character boils down to, how cool they are. I really liked it when Goku did the cool spinning Kamehameha. It was really cool when Boruto's dad gave a heartfelt speech and beat up people. It was super dope how the 4 pirates walked to a building, slaughtered everyone in it, blew up the building just to revenge their friend. It was really cool. The rule of cool can make any person who punches their way through life seem like a good character, and there are many different personalities that seem cool to a person. Maybe they're really dumb, but like to fight, or they don't know how to interact with any other human being, or they cry baby boy a lot, but still try their best. There's gotta be something about their personality or actions that define them and draws in fans of them no matter how broken they become. No one past the age 15 gives a fuck about some black coat loner swordsman who's a bland mess of perfect wish fulfillment. Alright, I'm done. Alright, that's it. We're at the end of the video. I'm done talking about him. We're done talking about characters. You talk about it. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how I'm right. Leave it down below. Tell me who your favorite OP character is. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my ranting. Hit the bell. Hit all that good stuff to help me get spread around. And if you'll excuse me, I'ma take a breather and binge some fuck, that was so good. I'ma binge some moe trash anime, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.